Very basic video for you guys today. Just going to be installing two new steering rack boots on the 33. The current ones that I've got now, they're a little bit average, a little bit worse for wear, so I thought why not get some new ones in there just to stop anything from getting into the old rack boots, destroying the rack and making it leak and that kind of thing. So basically I just went and got down to local Repco and got these new rack boots for the car, about 30 odd bucks, something like that. Also went down there and picked up a 1 kilo fire extinguisher as well. Awesome to have these around or in your car, especially if you're at a track day. Most track days when you go down for like circuit racing or drifting or anything like that, fire extinguishers are there to help in case your car does go up in flames. I thought it would be good for myself just to get one for my own car, keep it in the car, and that way if I'm ever at a track day and an event, better be safe than sorry. So I thought as well for like 45 bucks or so, I thought why not, I'll just get one as well. We'll get these rack boots done. Now there's two things as well, but normally when you have a car and you put on rack spaces as well, you do increase obviously the length of the rack travels. When you increase the length that the rack travels, the rack boots are actually going to max out. They can pop off as well, they can basically just destroy your rack boot. So the ones I got, they are slightly longer, they're basically a universal rack boot, you can cut down to size. Second thing with that as well, whenever you remove anything to do with suspension, whether you pull a strut out, you take off the tie rod end, anything like that, make sure you always go ahead and get an alignment done afterwards. Lucky for me, where I work, I can do an alignment here on my car as well. So we'll do the rack boots today. We'll also do an alignment as well for you guys, and then later on, if I've got time, we'll do the extinguisher. Otherwise, we'll just get it mounted some other time as well. So to get this rack off here, it's very easy. What you need to do is just get rid of the split pin that's just here. Take this nut off, give it a quick little whack with the hammer, then that rack end should actually drop down. And that will give you access to get the steering rack boot off. Once we've got that one off, we can then go ahead and install the new one. Now the best way to remove this and to get your alignment pretty as straight as possible is just to count it. Now count the amount of turns that it takes for it to fully come off, and then when you put the new rack boot in, make sure you count the turns going back the other way to tighten it back up. I've already cut it to size, so it's a little bit janky, but it is going to do the trick. So all we're going to do now is we're just going to slide that through all the way on, and then once it's on, we're going to put the rack end back on, count the turns as well. Remember, this one took 26 turns, so I'll get it as close to that as possible. Get it back into the knuckle here, then once that's all the way down and onto the actual steering rack itself, we will get that all tied up and get it nice and tight. Okay, so you can see this is the rack boot that we replaced here, this one. So all I need to do is just now get this over the rack, tie it down, tie this end down, and then this side is all done. All you need to do is just repeat the same process, exactly the same on the left hand side, and that way you can get your rack boots done as well. Alright, so the rack boots are all done now. So I've got the left side done and the right side done. The time though is 10 to 7. Now I do need to get going very, very shortly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip ahead another day where I'm going to do the wheel alignment for you, which is going to be right now. Alright, so here we use the John Bean wheel alignment machine. So we need to go to Japanese. We're going to go to Nissan Skyline. So that is in there now. We're not really going to go to the factory specs, they're more just like a guide. When I do my cars though, I do run a little bit toe out in the front and a little bit of toe in on the rear. So all I'm doing at the moment is I am just putting on these sensors which go onto all four wheels. Now this machine has actually been really, really good to use. So far I've had no flaws with it, and yeah, it's pretty great. Sunday, going to be heading over to my good friend Amir, his workshop there. We're going to be working on this R33 that he's got, just for my drift day. So it should be pretty good. We should hopefully have, I think we're going to be doing the clutch lines, the power steering lines, and maybe just mounting up the hydraulic handbrake as well for it. So we will leave it at that for today, and then we will get back in it hopefully this Sunday. So until then, please make sure you like, subscribe, comment if you've got any comments as well. Now all comments are welcome. I'm down for anyone's feedback there. I am quite new to this whole vlogging type situation, and yeah, we'll see you guys around.